Hey, how's it going, guys? It's the Lobster here, and welcome back to another Rocket League video. And in this one, guys, I've got something pretty special for you, and it's kind of like a sequel to a video I did quite a while ago, because today we are going to be going through the top 5 best and cheapest wheels that you can get. That's right, guys. So a while ago, we did the top 5 worst painted wheels that you would pretty much never want. So today we're kind of doing the opposite of that video and going through some pretty cool wheels that you can get on a budget. So some of these will be painted, some will not, but all around there's some pretty cool wheels that are kind of underrated. Now before we jump straight into it, I have a cool little announcement for you, and that is that my friends over at GamerLink are doing this huge giveaway to celebrate hitting 250,000 users on the GamerLink app. So if you want a chance at getting some amazing free gaming stuff, I believe there's 10 or so winners with tons of different prizes, and it's free to enter. So if you want to check that out, there will be a link down below in the description, so be sure to check it out. But besides that, guys, enough time talking here, and let's jump into the video. Alright, guys, so starting this one off here, and also I do want to say before we get into it that these are in no particular order. It's not like it's a top 5 with number 1 being better than all of the others. It's just kind of the top 5 best wheels that you can get for cheap, and they're all pretty great for different reasons. So with that being said, let's start it out here with one of the cheapest wheels you can possibly get that actually looks very, very sick in my opinion. These are the non-painted Pulsus wheels. So yeah, that might be a little bit of a surprise considering I never use these wheels at all. And I don't even think I've once tried to trade for the painted version. But the reason that I think these wheels are so underrated is that when you put them with parallax, they look absolutely insane. Like when I first saw this combination, I just thought that is perfect. Because it just seems like Pulsus wheels, especially in the non-painted version, are made for this mystery decal. Like you can match the colors exactly, and just the pattern that goes around the Pulsus wheels themselves almost matches the pattern on the parallax, and they just fit together so well. Now, of course, to do this combination, you do have to get a black market decal, which isn't always that cheap, but considering parallax is on the lower end of decals, this is definitely a very good like starter combination that looks insane. And then on top of that, you can even use the platinum trail along with like the season 2 prospect boost or something like that, and just all together it fits so freaking well. And to get these wheels, it'll cost you like a couple of crates. So with that being said, these are definitely a very good way to start this off. But following it up here with some painted wheels, these are going to be an import, and with that being said, you might already be able to guess which ones I'm talking about because they are some insane looking wheels, and it's kind of a surprise that they're imports, but I am talking here about the painted FSLs. Now these wheels, they could honestly be an exotic just because they're so unique. I mean, they have a unique tread, they have those super cool like animated spokes, and just for some reason when they come painted, the colors just like show up perfectly. However, let's get a little more specific with which painted versions look the best. And again, this is my opinion, it might be different for you, but one of my personal favorites that I came to love like as soon as I got my hands on them, and I think a fan might have actually like donated these to me a while ago, but the color I'm talking about here are the pink FSLs. Like there's a ton of pink wheels in the game, but usually they're a lot lighter, and these are kind of like that perfect pink color that when you match it with like a heat wave or something, and I'm kind of digging in my archives here for this video back when I had these wheels, but this combination is just insane. Now of course you don't need to use heat wave, but it is a pretty good combination with the FSLs kind of having that similar animation. But I mean, you could use parallax, slipstream, or really just a normal decal like stripes, and either way these wheels will still make it look sick. But moving on again here to a painted exotic this time, and these are ones that I've had for quite a while actually, and they're definitely some underrated wheels. But first of all, there's one quick thing I want to say, and that is that I was originally going to give loopers this spot because they really were one of the most underrated wheels ever, considering that colors like titanium white are super bright, and they even look brighter than titanium white zombas. And we all know titanium white zombas cost a ton, but these loopers were like a parallax a month ago, with the other colors being even cheaper. But all of a sudden every single looper has gone up a ton, so I definitely had to choose a different wheel, and I decided to go with the lime zombas. So for the lime zombas, they generally go for about 6 keys or less on PC and PS4, at least that's what I've seen them go for at the moment, but that's generally on the cheap end for painted exotics. And it's funny that they're quite a bit cheaper than a lot of other painted zombas, considering they are one of the best colors. Now just looking at my car right here, the reason that I think this color is one of the best is that it is is no doubt the brightest Zomba. Like, just look at every single other color Zomba here. They're all very nice, but they're pretty flat. And then all of a sudden, when you get to the lime Zombas, they are just way brighter. And then along with that, they're just some very nice colors, having that lime and like perfect sky blue going with it. You can easily make some sick color combinations with like parallax or something, decals like that. And then choosing like a lime tachyon and again that platinum trail. It's a great wheel and definitely one of the more noticeable ones. Now, if 5 or 6 keys is still too expensive for you for a budget wheel, these next ones are the cheapest on the list, and you can pretty much get them for a crate or two. They are not worth very much, but they definitely look way too good for their value. And the wheels I'm talking about here are the septums. That's right. Now, the reason I chose the septums and not even the painted versions, but the painted versions do look very sick, but one of the main reasons that I chose them is because they have such a unique color. As far as I know, unpainted septums are the only wheel in the game to have this mint color. So if you take a decal, again like parallax just matches like everything. But if you choose like a mint color with like a dark blue and then put them with the septums, you cannot say that that is not a good looking combination. Like, we say it's the toothpaste mobile, but this thing is so freaking clean. And also they fairly recently updated them so that they are a lot brighter, which is definitely a surprise because they are very rare wheels. They're not meant to be very flashy, but as soon as they updated these, they suddenly got super bright and it made them look more like imports instead of very rare wheels. Now, the only tough thing about this combination is that it's kind of hard to find a rocket boost that fits with it, but I mean, you can always go with like white, which looks pretty good, and then for the trails as well, it's pretty tough, but again, that platinum actually fits pretty good, as well as the white silver. But with that being said, again, this is like a couple of crates right here to get these wheels, and I would say that they are definitely worth it. But getting into it here with the final wheel on this list, we're going back to an exotic here that is definitely pretty unique and is actually what I believe to be a better looking, cheaper version of a crimson wheel. And the wheels that I chose to finish out this list are the discotheque, and not just any discotheque, because some of them do admittedly look very, very weird, and quite a few actually look like the default, and then quite a few of them don't even exist. There's 3 colors that are missing for these, but the color that actually looks pretty good is the crimson. I mean, it's just got this really unique and very bright like red and orange, and then I've never really noticed this before, but as soon as you start driving them, they have this super cool like sort of sparked effect that kind of comes from this illusion of them spinning around, which actually looks really good. Now, granted, you don't see them from the side very much, but either way, it is pretty sick. Now, of course, for the crimson, they're usually around like 7 to 8 keys or something along those lines, which is pretty expensive. However, you can pretty much just get the orange ones and they look almost identical. In fact, I actually think they look better because they still have a little bit of a red and a pink in the middle, but then the orange around the outside is a lot brighter than with the crimson, which seems to be more dull to focus on the crimson in the center. But the orange variant looks amazing, and the best thing about these is they're only like 3 keys, and there's no doubt some good decals you could put with it with orange and red, and then of course like a red boost and maybe like the blazer trail. There's easily a ton of room for creativity, and that is why I put them on this list. But anyways guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button as well as subscribe for more unique Rocket League videos in the near future. Also, you can check out some of my previous videos here, such as a top 15 community goals and also a showcase of the new Decennium Pro wheels. But other than that guys, again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm the Llama Sir, and I will see you guys next time.